Hello guys, in this video we'll be learning how to write data into different files with switch selection. So first thing you need to do is to call out the IOStream header file, include IOStream header file, and then we'll need include fstream, okay, for file manipulation. And then we'll need sstream for string manipulation. And then using namespace std, and then this is our main function. Okay, then first thing we need is the option, okay, for the user to select. So so this option is integer, and then we'll need to give the user instruction, okay. So this one is choose an option. Okay, and then we'll give him two choices only, 1 or 2. And then we'll need cin, okay, to read the user input and assign it to option. And then we'll be using switch selection, okay, and then the argument is option. If the case is 1, if the user chooses 1, so we will write data into file number 1, right? So here we'll need fstream, stream, okay, output file. Okay, so if the user chooses option number 1, and then our output file will be this. The output, let's call it output file 1, okay, .txt, and then iOS trunc, okay, and then we will read the user input, okay, and then and put in the output file 1. So we will need to use getLine, okay, to read user input. So here we need to define what are the user inputs we'll be needing. So first thing, string, okay, maybe name, string name, and then let's call it student name, okay, and then student number, and subject. Okay, so if the user chooses 1, and then we'll write into output file 1.txt, and then here we'll need to get student name from the user, and we'll get student number from the user, and then we will write this data into output file 1. So we need to use out file, like this, out file. Okay, we'll start with student name first, student name, and then we'll print tab spacing, followed by student number, END, end of line. Once we are done with this output file, we need to close it. Dot close, like that. And then since we are using case switch selection, we need to put a break command here. Okay, then for case number 2, if the user chooses option number 2, okay, we will need to open output file 2.txt, and then the data we'll be getting from the user will be student name and subject, right? And then we'll write these student name and subject into output file 2, and then after we are done with the output file 2, we have to close it and then put a break there. If the user chooses other than 1 or 2, then we'll have a default case, FAULT, default case. Then we need to print cout, choose only 1 or 2. Then ENDL. Okay, if we run the program, okay, choose option 1. Let's choose option number 1. And then the username is Thor Odinson. Alright, since we are using cin and getLine, okay, after this cin, we will need cin.ignore. We need to add this line here. Run. Okay, choose option number 1. The name is Thor Odinson. Okay, and then student number SUKD 1234. Okay, and then the instruction is not clear over here. Okay, so we may want to put this line over here to let the user knows what he needs to do. So this one will be name, and then this one, okay, would be student number. Okay, student number, right? And then for option number 2, student name and subject. Right. Okay, if we run the program again, okay, choose option number 1. Name is Thor Odinson. Student number is SUKD 1234. Okay, then we need to check whether we have got the data written to the file. File 1, right? Go to output file 1. Yes. Now the data has been returned to output file 1. If we try the code with option 2, name is Thor Odinson, subject is programming in C++, hit enter. Okay, now we should be getting output file 2 for case 2, and then we have Thor Odinson and programming in C++ return to output file 2.